The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head women's soccer coach Simon Duffy. Duff, schedule time. An interesting deal this year. Changes in the league. Queens.
We don't talk about Queens anymore.
Like Bruno.
Yes, we don't talk about Queens. Yes.
But it's created some interesting things with this slate. Obviously, there's strategies that go into this. Pretty good non-conference schedule. Ohio, Dominican, and Cedarville to start the thing off. And it starts early this year, August 25th. Break down what the attitude was to presumably try to position Carson-Newman women's soccer for success both within the South Atlantic Conference and regionally for the postseason.
So you mentioned it there, fall festival year, so everything gets bumped up a week, and it's when we're planning a year or two out, it's always that odd thing going, are you sure it's the 25th of August? So just even before that, opening up in pre-season, Division 1 opponent UNC Asheville, then we've got Lee and Concord. So formidable opponents just in the pre-season slate. But then heading down to Lee for their tournament, and we open up with Cedarville and Ohio Dominican. I think two fantastic non-conference games. Then we go Young Harris. Again, we've played them the last few years, but we want to try and set our team up to play against good opposition, good teams, challenge us, knock us on our rear ends, and again, regardless of the score and that, we want to be there or thereabouts come the opposite end of that season, and pushing to again get back to winning conference championships, winning regular season, winning the conference tournament. That's a goal that we should have, and we do have. We've been not our best the last few years, but we definitely, I think, have the squad now to go and challenge. You mentioned Queens not being in the mix anymore, so we were able to pick up Bluefield State later on in the slate as well. So that's as far as losing a team like Queens, who are very, very good, but again, early on in the season we've picked up Nova, so they're going to be a good challenge for us too.
There are a couple elements to this and we've alluded to one that you don't have within your control, and one, that's the early start. It's a shorter camp to get ready. And the second, because of Queen's departure, there's a pretty substantial gap at the end of the. I mean, it's not like anybody's looking for non-conference games on October 22nd or 24th, or where you have the opening. They're like 11 days between games at the back end of the season. What challenges do those situations that are outside of your control pose, and how do you use them as a point to potentially overcome some things?
It's one of those things we looked at, because we're starting early with pre-season and then regular season games. In August, I think we've got 6 games in August, then 6 games in September, and then a few less in October because of the break with Queens. But I think that's going to be a good natural break in the season for us. Going into that postseason part, we'll have a few games left before we hit the postseason. We're going to use it as such, kind of a refresh, rejuvenate, go again, and hopefully we're at a good point in the league, a good, good position in the league by that stage, that we can really use that to refocus and go again for the last couple of games, and then push on. Hopefully we're still in the mix and go conference tournament.
Obviously, you want fans out at McCowan Field, Harvey Stadium, anytime that the lights are on, the games are being played. But if you had to circle one, that a Carson-Newman soccer fan can only make one game, what contest is that?
I can't pick one. I want them to come to all of them.
It's a tough question.
It is. Wingate's always been a good foe, and in the last few years, I'm going to be honest, we played them down there last year, and they had the better of us, and we were able to pull it out in the end with a penalty kick. But we always have a challenge up against them. We played them postseason, first game, and again, fantastic game. The coaching staff there, wonderful. Jack does a great job. So if I had to circle one, probably the Wingate fixture. But again, I just want people to come out and watch it. We have a really good squad this year. I'm excited about the team, the returners, the new players. So selfishly, every game I would like to just do a big circle over the whole schedule.
The fall. Circle the fall.
The fall. That would be great. But yeah, Wingate. If I was have to pick one, it'd be Wingate.
Probably something to that end that you can't understate the quality of soccer, men and women.
Yeah.
You've got some entertaining footy to watch.
Yeah. The sack in itself. I mean, good Lord, it's just become. You look at the teams and how well they did last year, your Lenore Ryans and Katabas and so on, and how deep they went. But then you look at Queens and a Wingate. We're in the mix there, obviously. LMU. There's so many tough teams in our league, and it's just getting harder and harder. And I can't forget Limestone as well, that just joined us a couple of years back. So it's a tough conference to play in, and a very tough region to play in. So again, challenging our players against a couple of teams we haven't seen maybe before in Ohio Dominican, Cedarville, Nova, but again, there's a reason behind that. If we get knocked down, so be it, and we'll see the kind of character and the players that we have. So I want to be mid. I don't want to have plans for Thanksgiving. I want to be continuing to play. I want to be out there with the players training and pushing to win and be successful.
All right, Simon Duffy, thanks for the time. Good luck this year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's Carson-Newman head women's soccer coach Simon Duffy. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.